The weather is extremely warm today, but we have to do what we always do. Recently, I met this person and we were having a long conversation regarding a topic. It's a topic that almost all of us experience in our life. Maybe not daily like him, but we know how it feels. The conversation that we had an hour ago that's still stirring in our mind. So he said that he was working out for past 3 years and then suddenly stopped for almost 1.5 years. So I asked him why, what happened, and he said that he took weight gainer and then he was suffering from gastritis. So I asked for the symptoms and he was explaining to me. From his explanation, I can assure you it's not even gastritis. It is just a mild indigestion. And I've seen people with severe GIT problems were so afraid of endoscopy. But this guy here, he went and did an endoscopy just to get to know that he was completely fine. So it was a psychological problem rather than a physiological problem. And he googled a lot of things and he proclaimed that he was suffering from lactose intolerance. And after a sequence of lot of illness, now he ended up with something new. Now he's suffering from hypertension. The reason why he came to me was he was so afraid that he might die while working out. So at that moment itself, I measured his blood pressure, and you know what? It was just 110 over 85. He was completely fucking normal. He was just 25. The thing was, his parents, both of his parents were suffering from hypertension. So every day he saw them taking tablets. So this scenario subconsciously created an impression that he is suffering from hypertension. So I'm pretty sure that on the day that he went to that pharmacy to check his blood pressure, he subconsciously was thinking again and again that he is suffering from hypertension. So he is manifesting that illness to himself. Of course it's going to be like that. This is our problem. The conversation that we had early morning or an hour ago, it's still stirring inside our head. When you play that 5-minute conversation again and again in your brain, it's definitely going to accumulate into an hour clip. That an hour clip is going to spoil the rest 23 hours of your day. Thoughts have such a profound effect on our body, not only our physical body, including our psychological mind. The more you think about an illness, you're going to attract them. I want to share something interesting here. How many of you know who is this? He's a Hindu saint or mystic. There's a belief that this guy here transferred all his knowledge to Vivekananda. That is why Vivekananda is so knowledgeable and full of wisdom, because those were accumulated knowledge, wisdom and lessons of Ramakrishna. And what's special about this guy is he wants to know more about life. So what he did was he practiced more than one religion in his life. Initially he was Hindu and then he became Muslim and then he became a Christian. So there, if you look into his story, there was a tradition of Bengal that they believe that all the men are actually females. They worship Lord Krishna and they believe that Krishna is the only man. The rest are all females. Even though if you are a man, there is a belief that you are considered as a female because the only man is Krishna. When Ramakrishna started to practice that, Ramakrishna doesn't think like the rest of the men. So he was thinking so deeply and believed that he was a female because of the thoughts that he was producing and the deep belief. With time, he started to develop secondary female characteristic just because his thoughts were so powerful and he had a deep belief and faith that he is a female. And there is a story that after 6 months, he started to experience menstruation. This is what thoughts are capable of doing for us. Imagine yourself how your life would be if you could use this superpower within yourself, which is for free, in a positive, constructive way. The only thing that you have to do is stop that negative thoughts and replace them with something positive and have a deep faith and belief in them. And you will start to experience magic in your life. You could do wonders. So don't waste the superpower within you for unnecessary, unproductive thoughts. Use them wisely and become the best version of yourself. When somebody else is telling you something, they can only act as a propagator. It's in you to make a decision and act on it. So next time, right at the heart of any sort of conundrum, stop. Just fucking stop. Stop giving life to that shit. Take a break, inhale, exhale, and replace them with positive thoughts and see how your life change. கண்ணே கண்ணே உன்னை தூக்கி காணாதூரம் போகட்டா
காட்டு ஜீவன் போல தாவி ஆசாயல் கேட்கட்டா